thank you for catching up. I was excited to tap you on the shoulder a couple of weeks ago and say, hey, do you want to hang out with me? And you were naturally probably a little bit nervous, right? You're like, are you sure? And BK, I don't know. But typical Bridget, I think you naturally get nervous first and then you take it on.
Yeah.
And there's a fire in you that we all see across our group. And the main reason I wanted to catch up with you is for a couple of reasons, and I don't want to focus on your age too much.
Thank you.
But do you want to tell everyone how old you are?
I'm 21.
21. She
21.
said, okay, only recently 21. God, I remember. Does everyone remember when they were 21? How cool was that? I was loving life. I certainly wasn't working in real estate yet, but I just wanted to say that, not because it's important, but a credit to you because you're doing things far, far beyond your years. Okay. And that's really what I want to uncover today, because I think the industry has maybe a bit of a natural mindset that based on your age, you should be doing certain things and not other things. And you have been able to redefine what's possible within our industry. So that's worth talking about, right? Yeah. So welcome to Word on the Street. Shawnee made anytime. And you know what, Bridget, I reckon we're going to do this more often together and just see your evolution, see your growth, and you'll be able to tell me all the amazing things you've been doing, right? So we've got a bunch of questions here, which you've prepared all your beautiful responses there, which we'll go through in a minute. But I want to talk, if it's okay, about how long you've been here for, first of all. When did you start with us?
I started last year in February, so just about 16 months now I've been with you guys.
Oh, it feels like 16 years, but that's cool. So 16 months, awesome. And how did you start? Like what role was offered to you? You'd been in the industry before, been in a leasing capacity.
Yes.
Right? And you came to us and said, I feel like I want more growth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I naturally went, I think you're too young. I think you got a bit to prove. And Amy, credit to Amy, she saw something in you that maybe I didn't see at first. So I'll own that. All right. So you can tell everyone that down the track. But you basically sat in a room with me and said, I want more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you remember that first interview?
Yes, I do vividly remember that interview.
Mm-hmm.
I did want more for myself. I was in the leasing department, running around 4 or 5 other property managers doing their routine inspection. Pretty much all the things that they don't really want to do, I was doing.
Yeah, yeah. Makes you feel warm and fuzzy.
Yeah. So that was fun.
But a good training ground, right?
Yeah.
Because you've got to do the stuff you don't want to do.
Yeah.
It's not glamorous, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It gets more glamorous now as you're going on, which is nice, but you've got to earn your stripes, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was, doing all the routines, condition reports for the other ladies, and I was in a fast-working environment. I mean, I was always out of the office, meeting new people, building my confidence in that way, even though they weren't listing or selling real estate. They were in the, renting side of things. Mm-hmm. It was cool to experience a taste of real estate.
Yep. So that was your induction. Yep. And why did you want to get into sales?
I wanted to get into sales because I didn't feel like property management was progressing me in any way. It was boosting my confidence being a young person in that industry, but actually the rewarding piece of it, I wasn't feeling that as much. I feel like a sales role, you can really prove yourself to people and change people's lives in that way.
And you really and hopefully we'll uncover this together as we go through the questions, but you have this innate skill, even at a young age, to identify people's problems and then figure out how to give them a solution.
Yeah.
And people warm to you. They don't care how old you are, which is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could probably be half their daughters. Most of them you could be their daughter, the people you're talking to.
Yeah.
But they're actually engaging with you pretty amazingly.
Yeah.
What do you put that down to, do you think?
I think it's younger people in the industry come into it very naively and genuinely have that want in them to help people, whereas people, I feel, that have been in the industry, it's more just the listing and the selling side of things, and it's just innate in them to do that.
Yep.
But you really just want to strive to help people and understand their why and complete the full circle of the role.
Yeah. Because you just apologize, I haven't got to the questions yet, but we'll get there. What's your why? Because you just talked about why. Why do you do this? And you can be honest because it's okay. Because I think a big underarching theme that I see for you is your desire to achieve more.
Yeah.
Not just in a monetary sense, but genuinely. And there's people in here that I think are helping you get clarity on that. But why do you do it?
Well, to be honest with you, any real estate role when you're a young person seems pretty glamorous and you like that sort of lifestyle.
Yeah, we smack that out of you pretty quickly. Yeah.
But I've always been very entrepreneurial, so I come down hard on myself when I feel that I'm not doing what I know I'm capable of doing. So I know specifically within this role, you can reap the rewards of how hard you work, and that's entirely on your shoulders and no one else's. So I thought that this is the path I want to take because I can.
You want to be rewarded for your effort.
Yeah.
And it's a rare industry that you can.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome. All right, let's get into the questions, right? You did well. Okay, so the first bit is, and I think it's cool to understand this together, 16 months in, 21 years of age, but what was like those first couple of months? Do you remember who or what helped you in those first few months when you joined us?
First few months, being a part of Amy Goddard's team, she definitely kicked my butt.
Yeah. She won't mind you saying that. That's cool. Yeah.
But,
and how did you take that at first? Because that can be quite a shock to the system.
Yeah.
Because we say a lot here, it's ruder not to be rude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people go, what do you mean, Byron? But she's pretty firm. Like we have to get past the niceties first to realize that we've actually just got to be able to talk straight to each other so we can get on with it.
Yeah.
Right. And I think it took you a little while, which would be normal, to get accustomed to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how'd you find that?
Like you said, it took a while because you don't really realize that she's obviously paying your wage at the end of the day and you got to work hard for the lead agent to boost her up. So I got accustomed to that eventually when she was, really pushing me, and she does want the best for me. She always has, and everyone in the office. But it was hard to realize that it's not just your day-to-day job. You gotta really work hard, especially within her team.
Yeah. And do you feel like you've developed that skill?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I always look back and think if I started at another agency or I started working under maybe a not so good agent, I might not be 21 and in the position that I am in now, because she was my first taste of a sales role and it's all I know. So I'm really, really happy that was my first experience in sales.
Awesome. Let's talk about challenges. What's been the biggest challenge that you've faced so far, do you think, in the role?
Biggest challenge for a young person starting out in real estate is probably energy, or for an older person as well. You don't really understand the toll that it takes on you to
get in every day,
stay motivated, not have a crash out, as they say.
Yeah, but you've done that. But let's be honest, like you have, right? Like, and I probably picked on you a little bit when I was like trying to make you aware of energy and how important it is, right? And you've been in peaks and troughs. Credit to you, starting to balance out a lot more. You can see that. So when your energy was off, I used to quietly tell you that you're taking away from the space.
Yeah.
And you may not subconsciously be aware of it, right? And now you're actually contributing to the space.
Yeah.
And you're actually, at 21 years of age, your prospecting energy is like a ninja. Like you are genuinely setting an amazing benchmark. Like how many people, just yesterday was Monday, right? How many people did you speak to? Do you ever know?
Well, Monday's are admin days.
Okay, sorry. I should have known. Wrong question. But yeah, so your challenges in terms of your energy management, how are you finding you working your way through that?
Probably just as I'm getting older, realizing that nothing is as big of a deal as it should be.
You make up in your mind. Yeah,
Yes.
That's a good one. Well done. Yep.
And just slowly building routines in the morning and night. And I'm more of a night owl than a morning person. So that's been a bit of a struggle for me. But, just keep pushing and taking the waves as they come.
Yeah. And well done. You're doing that really well. And it will never be perfect.
Yeah.
But being more self-aware of your own energy and how to use it at the appropriate times will really help you. Yeah. So well done. What's been your proudest achievement in the last 12 months of doing this?
Definitely going out on my own and keeping the winter listing momentum up was pretty cool to see that I wasn't just a young person working under Amy Goddard. I have the ability to be my own listing agent, which has been really
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that because people talk about going out on their own and like we're sending you off on some quest. When you first did it and we talked about it, I think you were naturally scared.
Yeah.
What do you think got you past the fear?
Getting past the fear was just having a good training ground around me. I mean, every week we're constantly training on listing presentations. How do we score ourselves out of 10 on how we're doing? So if you're under a 6, scoring yourself, you haven't done enough, which is
7's not a score, remember? Seven's not a score.
Not good enough.
Yeah, that's cool. But your ability to self-assess in lots of areas is crucial, and we're trying to teach you that.
Yeah.
Not to make you feel bad, but so that you can understand the areas that you might want to focus on.
Yeah.
Right. Beautiful.
Yeah. So the training, I mean, no one else in the real estate industry is doing what we're doing on a training level for younger people getting into the industry all the way to people that have been doing this 20 plus years, which is really cool to be a part of.
And it must be working because things are working for you.
Yeah.
The industry doesn't know because your stock isn't even hitting the market yet. It's coming, right?
Yeah.
How many future clients have you got that have signed up with you that are about to come on the market with you over the course of the next few months? Is it 7, 8?
I think it's 6.
6. Okay, I was talking it up a little bit, but the next ones are coming. So,
yeah.
But well done. Yeah, you've got 6 clients. And, we've budgeted out together and even your own budget. Because remember I asked you the question, we won't talk about the numbers, but I said, what does a great year look like for you from an earning perspective?
Yeah.
And then when I gave you the number, you went, like, I don't even think you'd benchmarked to that number.
Yeah.
And then when we worked it back, I said, congratulations, you're a quarter of the way there and you're 4 weeks in.
Yeah.
So understanding that context of what you can achieve will hopefully give you some clarity, right? Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Is there a particular listing or client story for you that stands out? Is there anything that's a good news story or even a hard news story? I don't mind. Is there anything in there that you think, like, let's talk about your first listing. You remember that one?
Yes, that actually was the one I was about to bring up.
Cool. I'll tell you mine, you tell me yours. Yeah, go. Yeah, I reckon yours was a better price point than mine. Yeah.
So I remember seeing everyone else around me in the office, always listing, always doing well, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, I'm 6 months in, something needs to happen for me.
Mm.
So I got out there, probably printed around 100 or more just listed drops with Amy's face on the back of them. And I door knocked for 3 hours straight, determined to find one person. I remember I was in the last 15 minutes of walking around. Those high heels that I used to wear were just...
Yeah, you used to come back crippled. I was like, are you all right? You couldn't walk, remember?
Yeah.
You're like, BK, my feet are sore. Yeah.
And finally I found one person that did want to go online relatively quickly. And I remember sitting in the living room, signing them up, and her daughter was the same age as I am, and turns out, I mutually know her. Yeah. And she was getting ready to go off to netball training. And I sort of thought in the back of my mind, this is pretty cool, but I also had that piece of self-doubt because someone my age is about to head off to netball training and I'm here trying to sign up a home to sell
the
it.
biggest asset. Yeah, cool.
So that was a bit of a wake up.
Which one would you rather be? It's yeah, that's interesting. Okay, and it went all right.
Yeah, it went really well. The whole campaign went much better than expected. Amy took off to Europe for quite a while, so I was managing the whole campaign by myself, which was very scary, but I had obviously you to help me along. And it sold for $1,205,000. So that was
well done.
Yeah. Pretty great.
Do you know
experience.
what my first price was that I sold a house for? $348,000. Sound like an old man when I say that. But well done. And you got them through it. Client for life, I hope. And then it took off from there, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's amazing how I reckon you can work under someone for 12 months and still learn a lot. But until you actually go out on your own and own the whole process, your growth almost quadruples, I reckon, from that piece of the nurturing piece to you've now got to go and swim.
Yeah.
And good luck. And the waves are coming in.
The whole responsibility is on your shoulders.
Your development changes overnight. And credit to you, you've been working through your challenges of figuring that out really, really well. Last question. You've done well. Hey? How's the heart rate? You okay?
Yeah.
We could hang out all day. Bridget, you've got no prospecting to do. I'm really keen to know this one because and we're going to figure this out together with time, but I reckon you know more than I do around this. Where do you see yourself and your real estate career in the next 2 to 3 years? What do you see for yourself?
I had to write that one down. I really had to think about that one. But probably the
more and more.
Yes. Being the preferred agent, particularly in my farm that I'm working at the moment, which is probably the Farm Road precinct, but I'm a bit scattered listing here and there.
Yeah, we're working on that. Yeah. You're chasing down everything. Yeah. But you'll figure that out.
Yeah. Being the preferred agent and having my own brand generate business for itself. People actually calling my phone wanting to list their house with me would be a really great achievement for myself, I think, and just being known as a trusted agent in the area. That's
brilliant. Interesting. None of that's money driven, which is cool. It's more outcome driven. So good news for you is you're going to achieve it, which is pretty cool. And I look forward to the day where you're like, BK, this is just rolling in and life's good. And I've just bought my third property and life's okay. And you know what? That'll happen to you. And I think you've got clarity on that now. So congratulations. And your future is really determined by your willingness to want to take it on. Right?
Yes.
And we're just really here to provide the environment for you to do it and give you the roadmap to achieve it. So well done. Thank you so much for your time today. Really enjoyed the catch up. Can't wait to see how this one comes out. And I'll see you in 12 months' time.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime.